Welcome back to What's Happening in the Library in February. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Elizabeth.
We have some programs to talk to you about for the month of February. One of the big ones is the Wyoming Book Awards, the Buckaroo, Indian Paintbrush, and Soaring Eagle. And that's a voting-based book awards. And so at the libraries here in Gillette and Wright, you can pick up a nomination or a ballot form, read the books that have been nominated and vote. And that begins on February 16th through March 15th.
Yes. And then, so all the kids around the state are also reading them and voting. And then the winners will be announced sometime in April, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. So there's a list actually in the calendar for the month of February of all the books. And they also have special spine labels at both libraries. And I think they're actually shelved together in most of the libraries. They're shelved on their own awards place so you can read the nominees for the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Story times are back.
Yes.
Yay.
Story
back
times
from
are
our
very nice
holiday hiatus.
Yes.
So Tuesday, February 1st, so start with the toddler times and story times.
Yep, at both libraries. We're also doing a K through 6 Love My Library craft day.
I love it.
I know, that's super fun. So on Wednesday, February 9th, in the Wyoming room, you can join us to make some Valentine's and book-related crafts and some holiday activities there on the 9th.
And the teen room is doing that same day. They're doing cookie decorating.
Yes, which is awesome.
So this is like the second or third time they've done the cookie decorating, and it seems really popular.
Yeah.
And they make some really neat things.
It's really cool. So yeah, so if you're kindergarten through 6th grade, you can do the book-related Valentine's Day crafts up in the Wyoming room, and then downstairs, 7th grade and up, 7th grade through graduation can do the cookie decorating.
Yeah, and that's an early release day from school.
Yep.
So come on over after school gets out and keep busy.
That's right. It's fun times.
Yeah.
So we're doing some tech classes in February as well at the Gillette Library. So we're doing a Learn Your Device. So if you maybe got a new device, or maybe at Christmas time you got something and you haven't quite unpacked it, or don't really know exactly how it works, we're doing a Learn Your Device. So bring your device and yourself to the February 9th at 4:30 at the Gillette Library, and we'll have some librarians there that are pretty familiar with technology, and we'll kind of sit down and show you how to get in. If you have to set up an account, we'll help you set up an account and kind of give you a little bit of a tour around your new device. It can be anything. It could be a tablet, a phone, anything that you are not exactly sure how to work. So we've had people in the past, we've done this for a few years, we've had people in the past roll in with it's still in the box plastic wrap. Like, that's okay. If you just don't know, bring it in and we can totally sit down and help you with it.
That's a good service.
Yeah, it's really good. And then we're also doing, in January we did a Microsoft Word Basics class, and we're doing the second Microsoft Words Intermediate Microsoft Word on February 23rd. So if you went to the basic, or you maybe have a basic level knowledge and you want a little bit more information about how to use Microsoft Word, that would be a cool class to go to.
Great. A new program that we're launching in February is the Watch and Talk Canopy movie discussion.
Yes.
So Canopy is an app that we have, and it streams movies, critically acclaimed movies. Yep. And so it's going to be like kind of like the book talks. We're going to watch one movie called Buffalo Soldiers, and then we're going to have a curated book talk at the library. So you watch it on your own, and then you come to the library on Tuesday, February 22nd at 6 and do a discussion.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the library's streaming media device, or program.
Yes, exactly. And all you need to access the streaming movie is your library card and PIN, and it'll get you on there. And if you don't know exactly how to do that, just call the library or stop by a desk if you're at the library, and we can show you. We have brochures that walk you through every process to set up Canopy on your devices. So yeah, and I believe Canopy, correct me if I'm wrong, you can use on like Roku and like the Amazon Fire Sticks, like those kind of smart TV devices. You can put it on as an app and watch it on your TV too, so you don't necessarily have to watch it on an iPad or something.
And there's lots of good children's programs too.
Oh yeah, there's some fantastic children's entertainment.
So it's for the whole family.
It is.
Every age can find something to watch.
Yep. And Canopy, you have like credits, so you like 10 credits a month, which watch you. But any of the children's stuff doesn't apply to that credit. So if you're traveling or any of that kind of stuff, and you want some free stuff for the kids to watch, none of that stuff counts towards your 10 credit for Canopy for the month. So What else do we have?
We have the Master Gardener program.
Yes.
The houseplant ones.
Yes,
so,
that's what I need.
Yeah, Nate from Rain Gardens is coming, and he's going to talk all about houseplants, low light, lots of light, low maintenance, high maintenance, kind of everything in between.
How do I get rid of the brown spots on my leaves in my house?
Yeah,
plants?
Exactly.
Yes.
How he's actually going to bring several houseplants to the program.
That'll be awesome. Mm-hmm. That's a year-round gardening thing that would be very helpful to know. So that's Tuesday, February 15th at 6 p.m.
Nice. And so that'll be a really good one to learn.
Yes, definitely check that one out. At Wright Branch, they're doing a Take Your Child to the Library Day. Now, this is an actual national thing that's recognized, and Wright Branch is doing it on February 7th. So it's kind of a carnival atmosphere, and so there'll be different booths you can stop at and do some activities and win some prizes. So that is February 7th at the Wright Branch Library. For more information, you can call them or check out the website.
Yeah, great. Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
Another good family event.
It is, definitely. So that'll be after school on that day.
So the graphic novel character contest is back again.
Yes.
And so that entries are due by Friday, February 25th, and that's for both libraries, right?
Yep.
And the main branch here in Gillette.
Yep. And it's all ages, any age. And then they also have, I believe, a computer generated.
Yes.
So if you have some skill in, some computer generated cartoons or drawing, then that also is a category as well. So there's a few different categories that you can enter in. And
we've had quite a few entries the last few years.
Yes,
and
there's some amazing skill in this county. It's really cool. We display them up in our atrium, and people can come in and look and see and vote. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, Chocolate Basket Raffle is here again. It's kind of our annual February fundraiser, exactly. And so the drawing is at February 10th at 4, and tickets are $1 each or 6 for $5. And the proceeds utilize the Library Foundation.
Yes. And like we said, I think we've said this before on the program, the Library Foundation really helps us with bringing in authors. It helps with continuing education for the staff at the library. So they're very supportive of the work we do at the library. And so any fundraiser that's what the money goes to when you're supporting the Library Foundation. So yeah. So
lots
we have
of good stuff.
full slate for February. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. So once again, all the information is on our website and this handy calendar you can get. If you have any questions, call and find out more information.
Yep, or check out our website. We'll see you in March.